What's up, guys? I want to talk about the chief of police of Arvin, California. His name is Alex Gazalpour. Used to go by Alex Gazarian, and this guy changed his name. From my understanding, he has the same name. He just maybe used one as a middle name before in the past or something like that. Look, Mexicans have a lot of names. Jose Miguel Juarez Rodriguez, right? I just made that up. But I get that. I get that you have different names, but this guy seemed to have changed his name because he used to go by Alex Gazarian. And he seems to have changed his name so that his record could get swept under the rug. Now, I understand one thing. I understand that it's possible, more than likely, that they hired him because he went through all the probation shit. Let me explain what happened. Alex Gazarian got fired from a police department, Palos Verdes or something like that, Palos Verdes, for stealing money, all right? And he was arrested and he was charged. But what happened was he went through all this like probationary period type shit. He was a reserve police officer, like being a cop without getting paid, I guess, for a while. So basically show that he has good intentions or whatnot. But if I'm not mistaken, he ended up becoming a cop in Maricopa, California, right? We're gonna be headed to Maricopa soon. If anybody from Maricopa remembers the story and you want to get interviewed, if you want to tell your story, let us know. Or even if you just want to tell us some things and you don't want to be on camera, that's fine, let us know. We'll go out there in Maricopa and we'll interview you guys. But Alex, from my understanding, was a police officer there. There was only a couple cops, a few reserves if I'm not mistaken, but they decided to start pulling everybody over that drove through the area. Maricopa really is a very small town. The only people that come through are people that drive past and gas up there and buy stuff from little gas stations or whatnot. But everybody was like, man, I ain't driving through Maricopa no more, man. Those cops are crazy. So a lot of businesses started going under. And so when people weren't driving through Maricopa anymore, the cops decided to start pulling people over that worked at the factory there in Maricopa. So most of the people that worked at that factory were Hispanic people, Mexicans, right? Well, now Alex Gazarian is the chief of police of Arvin, California. Arvin, California is predominantly Mexican. So there was a case, I interviewed a guy named Enrique, and he's pissed off because his car was impounded. He wasn't given a 72-hour notice. From my understanding, there was anywhere from like 11 to 14 cars that were impounded that night, in the middle of the night. Some cars weren't tagged or whatnot, shit like that, right? Inoperable vehicles. But from my understanding, you're supposed to get a 72-hour notice before the tow. They didn't do that. They impounded a bunch of vehicles. So it almost seemed like Alex Gazarian, aka Gazalpour, was doing a copy and paste of what he did in Maricopa, California, targeting unsuspecting people, you know. And the fucked up thing is, Arvin, California is full of Mexican folks. Does Alex hate Mexicans? I don't know. Or is he just a dirty motherfucker that is willing to go out of his way to harass the people, take their shit, not give a fuck about what the people are going through? And now Alex and many of the city council members are pushing for the flock camera systems, where they put cameras around the city and shit like that. They're doing it under the guise of safety, right? But you think they're not going to use those flock camera systems to target the people? Alex is already fucking known to do that shit. I believe that Alex will be using those flock camera systems if they get voted in, and I hope that the city council members continue to not vote it in. I already seen Donnie and, if I'm not mistaken, Susana Reyes, a couple council members, they want those flock camera systems in Arvin. And I hear the people begging for it, and they're begging for it in Spanish because they're being sold the illusion of safety. And I got a quote. Was it Benjamin Franklin? If we trade our freedom for safety, then we deserve neither. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Of course, we need to take precautionary measures and secure our safety and shit like that, but why can't the people do it? Why can't the people put cameras? Why doesn't the government give money to the people to put the cameras? I mean, I get it and I understand that the government wants to make government bigger, so they're never gonna tell you the cons of these things. They're only gonna, their side of it is always the pros of it all, right? Oh, safety, we're not gonna target you. But I heard Alex at the city council meeting, and he was talking about the flock camera systems, and he was like, what if somebody goes into your garage and steals your car? Aren't you gonna want to know who it is? Hold on, the flock camera systems is not gonna really see inside the vehicle. They're just gonna see, the license plates and shit like that. I thought that was hilarious because the people already have their own license plate numbers. What the fuck is the camera gonna do? Maybe get a glimpse of a person? It was a Mexican dude, it was a white dude. That don't say shit. I don't believe in the flock camera systems as far as, safety measures. Sure, they will help someone every every now and then, right? Help the cops do their job. I just believe it'll make the cops lazier. They'll just sit there and they'll just watch these cameras and shit like that. But you guys gotta pay attention to what's happening in your cities and your towns and speak against it if you don't agree with it. You know, I'm learning a lot from Arvin, California, and the city council is just in shambles up there. We got city council members fighting with each other, and then we have, look, it looks like there's a group, a team of bad fucking political parasites. We have Donnie, who's a city council member. We have Susana Reyes, a city council member, and they all seem to be aligned with each other. I don't know for sure, but it seems this way. And then it was the city attorney. Now he's a city attorney in McFarland. We got to go make sure that the people of McFarland know that this guy was overcharging the people of Arvin, California. Nathan Hodges, the city attorney. He was the city attorney of Arvin till they voted him out. And Susana, from my understanding, the people are telling me that you care a lot about your image. And if that's true, then these people are taking advantage of the Hispanic people of Arvin, California. You should really open your eyes, Susana. What else? The chief of police as well. And it seems like they have the city manager in their back pocket. City manager looks like the fucking penguin. Or they say that city manager looks like the penguin and Alex looks like the fucking Despicable Me guy. He is like the fucking Despicable Me guy. He's fucking dirty, right? How the hell you gonna change your name, bro? The fuck? Stop lying. Yeah, you got away with it legally, right? You're lying to the people, right? You're there for their safety? Fuck you. You're a fucking liar, Alex. You're not there for the people. You're there for yourself and for the other political parasites that are there. And this is how fucking corruption boils. This is how misappropriation of funds happens. One more thing we want to talk about. People are sending me shit, folks. Alex, that youth program, aren't you the one operating and overseeing that youth program? Is that youth program insured? Do you actually have the 501c3 to it? From my understanding, you don't. And there's possible money missing. Alex, Kazarian, Gazalpur, where's the money at? What are you doing with it? Are you using that kind of money to pay off people who fucking know how dirty you are to pay them off? Is that why you were offering me money in Arvin to come and teach Arvin police officers the First Amendment because none of them fucking knew it? When I asked him, fucking Snyder, isn't he a three-striper? He doesn't know it? That's funny, the people are calling him the pig that looks like a pig. Fucking hell. I love the people. What I don't like is bad government. I'm not anti-government, just so you guys know. I'm anti-bad government. I'm anti-bad fucking political parasites that don't give a fuck about the people. Taking money under the fucking table, misappropriation of funds, monopolies on contracts, all kinds of shit happening out here. We're fucking seeing it over and over and over again. But check this out. If you stuck around till the end, I'm glad you did. Hear me out. How do we fix these fucking problems? You think San Joaquin is gonna come to everybody's fucking city like I did Arvin? Those people in Arvin, those bad government officials in Arvin, they seem to be operating, or one of their family members seem to be operating a social media account. Anybody who fucking disagrees with them or speaks out against them, any one of them, they make them look bad on their social media on Facebook. And they got like 14,000 followers, so they figured out a way to not only fucking use government, but use social media to target certain people, right? There's a new mayor there, Olivia Calderon. I keep hearing good things about her. I don't know her personally. I've never actually spoken to her. But from everybody that has reached out to me, that has spoken to me, has sent me messages and stuff like that, they're like, Olivia seems promising. And I gotta say, when I went up there to go speak, my first time speaking at a city council meeting, fucking Nathan Hodges got up and he was speaking in Olivia's ear and he was interrupting my fucking my moment. So I was looking at that shit and I was like, if they're talking to each other, they're not fucking listening to me. So I asked, man, can I get some of my time back? And Olivia said, absolutely. This is important. We need to hear this. Total fucking respect for that. That means that she stood up for the people. She stood up for me. That means she stood up for the people because I stand with the people. And I don't believe Alex Kazarian, Nathan Hodges, fucking Susana Reyes and Donnie, whatever his fucking last name is, who got possibly beat up by his own sister, who she works there in Arvin as well. She's crazy. She's a fucking nutcase. I have an audio recording of her talking mad shit about everyone. This is fucking unprofessional. But like I said, you guys stuck around, so how do we stop this bullshit? It takes you, all of you. And I'm not just speaking to the people of Arvin. I'm speaking to the people of Wasco, California, Bakersfield, Delano, McFarland, Shafter, fucking Baltimore, Chicago, New York, Edison, New Jersey, everywhere else. It takes all you guys to stand up, start recording, know your rights, and start asking questions of your political parasites. Because if you don't question them, if you don't question their authority, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want. With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.